Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Carrie and I dancing away to the intro music here. Happy Friday, everyone. Carrie, do you have a happy Friday dance? Come on, show us your happy Friday dance. What is it? Mine is like, you're on mute, Carrie. We can't even hear you singing.
Oh, I was on mute. I was dancing to that beautiful music that you wrote. And then it was like, oh yeah, we're doing the Trump dance. or maybe
happy Friday. Happy
dance.
Friday. Happy Friday. Jeanette's in the house. Jeanette, first one here.
Hey,
Watching
Jeanette.
from YouTube.
Yeah.
And E Pottery. Yeah, Carrie was muted. That's because she was singing loud and proud. I heard her singing. She was getting ready for the show today. She was singing. She was like hopping to the tunes and dancing. It's Friday. Woohoo!
She says that a lot. Great day. Yep, great day already. Lots on the news, lots of things going on. That's been an interesting day, but we'll wait until everyone starts to show up. In the meantime, it's been a happy day in the household. What's been going on with you, Glenn?
Well, busy getting ready for the show, and these slides don't make themselves, so I gotta put everything together. And Carrie and I kind of plan out a rough idea, but we plan for an hour, and usually we go at least 2. So hope you guys can stay with us on this Friday. Good to see JC in the house as well. It is a beautiful day. Yes, always look for the positive, even if it's raining. It's still a beautiful day because plants need water, grass needs water.
I need water.
I need coffee, Carrie. I need coffee.
Don't touch that stuff. No, it's an artificial stimulant. Your body is perfect the way it is. Mm-hmm. See, even Tammy here, she's giving me a high five on that one. She's like, yes, I did Freedom Masters. I know what coffee does to your body. It's all good.
Enough about coffee, more about Linda May. Hello, Linda May. Nice to see you as well. And yes, E Pottery is Lainey, so we know E Pottery is
Lainey. So Lainey, you came for a session. Was that yesterday already? No, it must have been yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yeah. Where days are just kind of flying by. But that was the most extraordinary session, I tell you. Well, I feel all of them are. But Lainey, you are just such a beautiful soul. And it was such a pleasure getting to meet you. So thank you for coming for a session. And did you enjoy it? What did you think of it? It was pretty extraordinary, wasn't it? We'll have to wait for a typed answer there. So Lainey, she had massive breakthroughs, if I do say so myself. Like, most of my clients, almost all my clients come in with an issue. Usually it's honey or money, it's relationships or finances, honey or money. I love that. And, but not with Lainey. Lainey was just, direction. And gosh, we got you on your path. It's like, woohoo. And she is a dynamo. I can hardly wait to see where you are in 6 months' time, going the way that you're going now. It's exciting.
Yeah, and again, as Carrie posts on her website, book a life-changing session with her, and it truly is a life-changing session. You will see life in a rejuvenated way that maybe it's been years that you've looked at life. So I'm sure Tammy will put the link in there, and let's see, what do you got going on there?
I pulled a card, and it's beginning. It's beginning for so many of us. We have a workshop I want to let everyone know it's going to be live in Edmonton, but we're also going to be putting it online. And I kind of chuckle because we're an amateur show.
Whoa. Speak for yourself.
I'm an amateur show.
Okay.
And so the online aspect will just really be my laptop. And, but I want to share this workshop with the masses. So just like the free recording that you can get if you go to carriecohan.com, it's a hypnosis, motivational recording that will change your world. I did it just on my phone, you know, one night at, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning. I finished by 4 in the morning. That recording changed my life. It really turned everything around. Within a very short time, I sold the properties that were burying me. I was in such debt and just lost, and didn't know how I was going to come out of it, and was able to work very, very hard, got out of it. And I swear it was because of that recording. It kept me going. It kept me with my vision, and it got me to the other side. So you can go to carriecohan.com and get your free gift there, which is that recording. So in the workshop, we have one on June 28th or 27, 28, 29th. And it's Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. There we go. And you can go to Eventbrite here. We're going to put the link in the chat as well for you, so you can click right on it. And yeah, go to the chat and get that link, because I used to charge $17.97 for this course. Then we went to $7.99. Then we went to $3.50. And the reason why we're going down, most people go up in prices. The reason why we're going down is because I keep hearing spirits say, give it away, Carrie, give it away. And it's been going on for friggin' years. If you've been watching my show, you know that this is my mantra, give it away, Carrie, give it away. Well, I'd like to have a bit of prosperity financially. And so now we're looking at the masses. We're looking at, okay, if everyone puts in $50, that will allow me to rent the facilities and get the video equipment that I need to rent and all of that sort of stuff, and hire Dallas Arcan Jr., who's like my adopted kid. Just love that young man and his whole family. And he's going to be doing the audio and the video recording of it. And so if you're coming live, we're going to be recording everyone that's in the room, so be aware of that. But I think that most people will come for $50 for 2.5 days, right? And also, by participating, you're going to be helping others that will be watching this in reruns, you know, over the years, and they will learn from you, learn from your experiences, learn from your breakthroughs of letting go and stepping into who you truly are and your purpose here on this planet. So that's the whole weekend. It deals with emotional, physical, spiritual, financial, every aspect of your world. This was a course that I downloaded, I channeled in 2013. Now, I'd been teaching courses since 1993, but in 2013, it was the end of the Mayan calendar. I had already done that battle, and now I was being guided by spirits that now I had to start teaching people how to raise their vibration, how to really step into who they are by letting go of that past, unhooking, you know, letting that heavy coat just slide off their back. And so I put it out there, okay, I'm going to do a course, and didn't know what it was about, but just show up. And so 12 people showed up. And those 12 were the founding members of Freedom Masters Intensive. So my fiance at the time, Shorty, he was a horse dentist, actually, cowboy, bull rider, actually. And so he kept notes of the entire workshop. And thank God he did, because that is the birth, the basis of the Freedom Masters Workshop. Now, I've worked with some of the best course facilitators, motivational facilitators in the world, as you know, Tony Robbins, Joel Bauer, oh my gosh, Eric Edmeades, the list goes on. And I was always like the woman behind the man, and now with the spiritual aspect of the motivational courses, but also bringing in the spiritual aspect, this is a well-rounded course. I urge you to go to the Eventbrite, Have we put up yeah, I think we've put up the link there for it. And I'm sure that Tammy will put it up again for us. So go to Eventbrite, register, and we'll be contacting everyone and letting you know if you're coming online, then this is how, this is a link and we'll see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you in person in Edmonton at the Chateau Louis, which is, in Edmonton, Alberta. And it's a conference center. So nice big facility where you have room for about 120 people. And I hope to sell out. So we'll see everyone very soon. That's June 27, 28, 29. And we're offering it again in July 18th, 19th, and 20th. And same thing. I don't know if we'll do that one as online, but definitely we're going to do it live.
All right. Well, let's get to a few of these viewer comments here because there are a lot of energetic. I was talking to Carrie after our Wednesday show and I was saying, Wednesday show, the atmosphere, the chat really seemed to be kind of not horrible, not negative, not at all, but it just seemed to kind of a little bit down. Everyone in chat just seemed to need to be inspired. And as the episode went on, the light started to come in. We started to see, I sense more positivity, more energy in the chat. And today's show, right off the bat, I'm seeing a lot of energy. Green Eyes said, hope you don't mind me calling you Green Eyes. I booked already, cannot wait. I've always wanted to meet you and have a reading for a few years now. So thank you so much,
Wonderful.
Green Eyes. Charlotte says, hi, Carrie and Glenn. You are both real, honest, and loving. Well, I'm glad that shines through.
Yay.
Matters more than being professional. Well, we like to be a little of both, hopefully.
Well, I think Glenn is a professional one. I just wing it. I fly by the seat of my pants. It's like, woo, okay, we're just going to do whatever comes through. But Glenn, he's meticulous. Thank goodness.
And that comes from over 30 years of being in the classroom teaching history and just, wanting a routine, getting the kids established in a routine, but not authoritarian and strict. You kind of have to start that way and then you ease off as the year goes on and you get to know the kids. And it's a much different classroom, in my classroom anyway, at the beginning of the year compared to the end of the year.
I can imagine. Well, I am like a kid. And so, he's getting the kid in line.
No detention for Carrie yet. She has had to scrub the chalkboards once in a while, but she's used to that. She did that back in the day.
Well, from what I remember, you actually deleted me twice on here. You gave me a detention. You said time out.
Who's counting? Are you actually counting, Carrie?
Yes. Okay, let's start.
I just want to click her off. Oh, no, I don't. Did I say that out loud? Oh. Pippi says, can't wait for this event, Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
Best viewers on something. Thank you. Front page. Ooh, that's a story for a different day, Carrie. Don't bring it up now. Don't bring it. We're going to bring it up a different day. Front page. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Also, Pippi says, Carrie, help me in October and can't wait to further this, from Kaylee. And question 2, I saw E Pottery says, Carrie, when can I expect my book from you and also my recorded session?
I totally forgot about that. Thanks for the reminder, Lainey, because the session was yesterday, right? So the agreement was whoever had registered last week, I would send out a book to them as well. So I will need your mailing address and your phone number. So if you can email me, support@carriecohan.com. I'll ask that Tammy puts it up in the chat, my email for everyone. And actually, you know what? If you can send it to her, and that is admin@carriecohan.com. That would be better. Okay. So we'll put that up in the chat. And just email me, honey, your mailing address and your phone number, and we'll get that out to you right away. Okay.
Just do not email Glenn@carriecohan.com.
No, that doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist. You're not going to get anywhere. Who knows where that's going to lead you? Okay, Carrie, we got a bunch of people in now. We got over 100 people watching us on Twitch right now. We got people on YouTube. I don't know if Facebook is working today or not, but we did try to connect to Facebook as well. I do want to warn the people on YouTube, as you see that little message scrolling at the bottom, due to the sensitive nature of our current events discussion coming up in a few minutes, we will be cutting off our YouTube feed and only broadcasting on Twitch. YouTube, certain things they don't like discussed. They throttle you. They prevent your video from being seen by others. There seems to be a lot more leniency and forgiveness on the Twitch end. So if you're on YouTube, please make your way over to Twitch. And also, Greg Hallett, who is scheduled to come on today, going to be postponed. Greg could not make it for today's episode right now.
No, that was me. That was, yeah. So Greg and I had a chat, and I said, you know, we were going to talk a bit about Trump and what was going on. And Greg has some really strong thoughts and evidence, right, of things that are happening. And we thought, we're just starting this channel. We can't get shadow banned already. So Greg and I were chatting, and I said, well, why don't we go on your channel on YouTube, because he's monetized over there. So he and I are going to have a chat over on his channel instead, because he's being very vocal on that channel. We can talk freely, and I don't think they're going to shadow ban him over there, or if they have, they've already done it, right? But so keep an eye out for Greg Hallett's channel over on YouTube, and it'll either be today or likely tomorrow that he and I will have a long discussion about what is going on from his perspective. So it was like, oh gosh, I so appreciate Greg. He's a very dear friend, and I know what he has, and we just can't put it out there on this channel right yet. And I'm sure you understand why, because we're just getting started. We don't want to. I had my channel taken down off of YouTube for 9 months. I had over 1 million views. I had over 300,000 watched hours, and all of it went kaput because I was talking about some things, and they said, no, we're taking the channel away. So we're being a little bit more cautious this time. As we build, once we get strong, then we can start to get very vocal, you know, but not right now. So
yes, and I put the link for Greg's channel in the chat there. So if you guys want to click that link and save it for later, or subscribe to it, I'm sure Greg would appreciate that. So look in the very near future for a video with Carrie and Greg over on his channel.
Yeah, we'll do it right away. Yeah, and yeah, Greg's channel has some really interesting videos on there. We did some decodes. We went to Peterborough Cathedral, and I personally went up to Rosalind Chapel, and he went separately to Rosalind Chapel with King David as well. So there's lots to share over there. Go over and check his channel out as well.
Okay, and thanks for those that have found their way to Twitch. And as Carrie and I mentioned, just on Wednesday, we were finally monetized on Twitch. We met all the basic requirements to get monetized on Twitch. Yay!
Yay!
And if you would like to support us over there, you can subscribe. There's a little subscription package they offer, a kind of a monthly thing. You can pay $4.99. I think it's American. Or if you're an Amazon Prime member, if you already belong to Amazon Prime and get the free deliveries and things like that, there is a use your Prime sub. So it doesn't cost you anything because you're a Prime member, and you get a free subscription to any Twitch channel that you want. So if you want to use it on ours, that would be awesome. And once you're subscribed, you will go without ads. So when ads kick in on Twitch, we're just going to keep on talking, because otherwise it's like, okay, when's the ad? We're always watching. When's it? When is it? Oh no. And stop talking, Carrie. No, we're just going to keep on talking. And if you're subscribed, you will get the ad-free content. Also, the first 10 subscribers, we have 2 already. First 10 will get this little first founding member badge. So every time you chat on Twitch, it'll have this little badge beside it. And, 3, 4, 20 years down the road, when Carrie and I are still doing shows, you'll still have that founding member badge. You'll be a founder for the
Yeah, and
Mystic.
there's only 10 of them, and it's like $4.99 a month. So many were asking, how do we support you? This is how you support us, by getting a subscription for $4.99 a month, and we get $2.50. So each of us get $1.25. Woohoo! You're in the money.
Amazon money. We're getting the Amazon money. Yeah.
So total transparency here. You're going to hear it all.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, if you're a subscriber, you get access to some exclusive little emotes, emojis, that when you're chatting on Twitch, you can go to the emoji section. And these are just some of the early ones we have up right now. Not only do you get ad-free viewing, but you'll get the Mystic Compass as an emote that you can throw in when you're chatting. You will get this guy as an emote as well.
You better have put a good picture of me. I'm just saying, it better be a good picture.
We are only allowed 2, Carrie. Sorry. As we grow, we'll get more emotes. I'm just kidding. You will get the Carrie emote as well.
Really? That's the one? Oh, good Lord, man. You are, man.
we can change it, Carrie. We're just
change it.
Come down to my office after the show and we will pick out a different emote.
Okay. Sounds good.
So there you go. Please help us out there on Twitch. Thank you, Minerva, for following on Twitch a few minutes ago. And we've got two subscribers so far. Lindsay is one of our subscribers. I think Carrie's familiar with Lindsay.
Yeah, I with him. He's my husband.
I was going to say, Carrie, that's not a perk of subscribing, okay? Come on. And Cheryl Goldinging was our second subscriber. Cheryl, I don't know if you're on YouTube still here or on Twitch, but Cheryl, what is your favorite genre of music? I'm just curious. As our second subscriber, what kind of music do you listen to? Because it's Friday. We got to do a little happy Friday dance here.
Sounds good. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? People are wanting to know.
I'm just waiting for Cheryl. Cheryl's one of our subscribers. Let's just see what her favorite music is. Otherwise, we'll give her a random one today. Okay, this one's for you, Cheryl. Thanks for subscribing. Let's give you the classic rock.
Dance, Carrie. Thank you for your support of the Mystic Compass team. Carrie and Glenn give you a big love and high five. Thank you. Thank you. You are simply the best.
All right. There you go. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for the subscription there.
That was fun. Yeah.
That was fun. Every time someone subscribes, get ready to dance. We could be dancing all show.
I know. Actually, Glenn's father was a leader in a band, so you have a long history of music, long love of music.
Yes. Maybe that's where my passion for writing music comes in. Okay, well, before we get going, before we get to the current events and cut the feed to YouTube and Facebook, Carrie and I talked yesterday, and we thought let's talk about a read that Carrie did over a week ago. And before Carrie talks about it, I just want to play the little clip that she's going to I don't want to say reminisce, but she's going to reflect on in terms of where we are today compared to where we were back then. So let me just take this off the screen and let me put this one on. So yeah, just take a look at this clip here. Just a couple minutes. If you were on our live reading show on May 28th, you may remember this question from the chat.
So Marie, I should have my glasses on. Minerva, was it you that I did the reading for? Are you the mother of Cayce? So, because you're saying thank you, Carrie. There we go. Carrie, I have a question. Can you please read if I'm going to have a WW3? This is heating up with, if we're all going to have a WW3 because it's heating up with Putin and Zelensky. Okay, are we going to have a WW3? Yes or no? Yes, but it's not as you think it is. Okay. Yeah, we really need to wish upon the stars. We need to wish for peace. We need to focus on the peace because it's just escalating. And the way to yield it, the way to stop it is for them to go in opposite directions, for them to peacefully part and heal all of the pain that has been going on. And in order to do that, we need to start planting different seeds. We need to start thinking differently. We need to start speaking differently. And we need to put down the damn weapons. Stop shoveling the shit, right? We need to stop that. So how do we stop that? Well, it all starts within. It starts with ourselves, doesn't it? You know, when we have an argument, I just was involved with an argument not long ago, actually, with one of my best friends. And I've never argued with her in like 20 years. It was shocking. But I realized it was actually more about me than it was her. It was my issues that were coming up. And so, and then she was feeling the same way. So when there is conflict, I invite you to look in the mirror, because this life is a mirror. If there's conflict outside of you, it's because there's conflict inside right now. So what is it that we need to heal? And what we need to heal on a macrocosm, you know, on our own little worlds, actually has a ripple effect of what goes on in the big, brighter world.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you want to talk about that, Carrie, and why we decided to show that clip today?
Well, I thought it was quite apropos because, you know, what a difference a week will make. You know, when that question came up, something about World War III, I really wasn't up on what was going on in the world. And so I asked inside, I have like this little Geiger counter inside, and it's like strong yes, strong no, and 50-50 in between, you know, and so I asked, you know, is there going to be a World War III? Well, I was shocked when I heard yes. And so you saw me kind of hesitate there. I went, well, and then it was like, just speak it. Yes, we will have a World War III. But then I heard Spirit say very clearly, but it's not what you think. And so I said, but it's not what you think. I literally was just repeating whatever I was hearing. And so what is it? What is it that we think? Well, our thoughts are pretty powerful, aren't they? So if we're buying into any kind of division, any kind of let's divide and conquer, you know, we will crumble down ourselves. But I don't think so. I think the masses are looking at what's going on in the world here and realizing that, no, it's not what it seems. Right, Glenn? What do you think about that?
Well, again, one of the focuses I wanted as being, you know, part of the Mystic Compass is that 101, that beginning, to help new people out. And, you know, we're living in a world today where the news is coming at us. Events are happening at an accelerated pace compared to the past. You know, in the past, you get one big news story a week, maybe. Now we're getting multiple news stories in a day, and big news stories, not just little ones about Hollywood, but major stories. And for new people out there that maybe are just part of the awakening process, it can be scary. It can be confusing. And so what we want to do here is, Carrie especially, help guide people through the world that we're currently living in. And so as we go through kind of the main current event we want to talk about in a couple minutes, the clip that we just showed where Carrie says, you know, arguments, there's a lot of arguments, and you know, look within yourself to deal with a lot of the issues going on in the world, and that will help you guide your way. So yeah, I just kind of want people to you know, feel free to ask questions about current events of us, to question things. We don't want to give you answers about, you know, what's really going on, because we don't know what's going on. We just want to help you, guide you through the process so you can come up with a decision that is going to satisfy you. So,
well, the card that I just pulled was, it's all about joy, and we need to dance through whatever it is that we're going through in the world. You and I and Tammy, we all had a long discussion last night about, this latest event with Trump and Elon making some comments, right?
yeah.
Did you want to go into that?
Yeah, let's transition over just to Twitch, because again, we don't want YouTube to mess with us. So I am going to cut the feed to Facebook if we're on there, and to YouTube. We will be exclusively on Twitch. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to make your way there. www.twitch.tv/Carrie Cohen Mystic Compass. So we'll be back in less than 2 minutes.
Go over to Twitch, baby. We'll see you there. Okay.